I gotta know, yeah, gotta know if I'm gonna be yours, so don't you keep me waiting. Yeah, I have to know, yeah, I have to know if you wanna be mine, 'cause this is so frustrating. Tell me now, don't keep me waiting. Hey, hey.
Hello friends, today I'm going to start with a delicious soup. It's going to be with red beets, yes, you guessed right. So I'm going to save those little beets, and the other part, the top part of the beets, I'm just going to cut in smaller pieces, and you have to wash that really good. It is holding so much dirt and it needs to be scrubbed. So I usually leave this in a bowl to soak in, and I'm just going to have that washed 2 times, and then I am going to move that to my spinner and just spin it off the excess water. And to save that in your refrigerator, because I don't have time on that day to do that soup, I'm just going to put that in the container with the paper towels. This way they will contain the moisture, and I can save that to like up to a week. And unfortunately, after putting this in the refrigerator, I got sick, so in between time I've changed the paper to save that, but I had no way to cook that soup on the day. So a week later I was able to cook this delicious soup.
Ooh, that's the way it goes. Life will teach you what you need to know. And ooh, like a river flows, life will take you where you need to go. Getting old don't bother me, 'cause with eyes that.
So how to make a broth, I'm not going to show you details. I'm going to link the video in that clip. And this is the cabbage. We call it Italian cabbage, and I like to add that into my broth. It gives that nice flavor to the soup. And then when the soup is all ready, we can start adding the red beets. So first I had to cut the beets, so wear gloves and don't touch anything. You're going to be all red from those beets. So for this soup you don't need too many beets. You need like 1 or 2 small beets. They just need to give the color to the soup, and that's it. And when you drop them right away, you are going to see how reddish the soup it becomes. It is such a fast coloring ingredient. And the next thing, we're going to add the top leaves of the beet, and we're going to cook it for a moment. And then when everything is nice and soft, you have to add one more ingredient. That is a red borscht, like a sour soup, and I'm going to link that in the description in Amazon link. And if you cannot find that, you can also add a lemon juice and just add a little bit of a sugar to balance the sourness. And that soup is done, and oh my god, it is so delicious. I love that soup. It gives you such a comfort and warmness. And I also decided in this day to take a quick trip to Costco to buy a few things that I needed from Costco, and it was a good trip. I bought so many good stuff. So let me show you what I got. So first of all, I found these croissants, almond croissants in Costco. I wonder if you guys ever seen that, comment me. And also I got the bagels, but for 2 people bagels are going to quickly go bad. So I found this way to store them in the freezer so they don't get like frozen and you have to wait until they thaw, and then you have to cut them and put them into the toaster. I just cut them in half, and then I have a parchment paper, and I just put that parchment paper 1 by 1 slice, so each of the sliced bagel doesn't touch each other. And all of that then I put back into the bag and store it in the freezer. This way, when I want a bagel, I can right away pull out as many as I want slices, and they are not sticking to each other. They are perfectly separated, and I'm just going to show you in a moment how does it look like after being frozen.
A lot has changed since we last spoke. Life's been good to you, and I see that you're with someone new. Maybe you are better off now that you're with him. But when I see your face, I can't stop myself from spiraling. Now I'm falling, I'm falling, I'm falling, I'm falling down. 'Cause I can focus when you are around.
And I also decided to buy the pork belly and pork tenderloins, so I'm going to smoke that next week. Not going to talk too much about that. I'm just going to give you the clips on how to smoke pork belly and the pork tenderloin, and I'm going to keep that in that brine for a week. And later on the evening, I was like, okay, I need a breakfast for tomorrow for my work. So the easiest and the best for me breakfast is the overnight oats. This is what I love the best. I'm going to link all the stuff, ingredients for it in the Amazon link. So I use oats and mango powder, raisins, and I also love a crunch from the apples. You can add any fruits that you want. I also added the pineapple one time. If you are lactose intolerant like I am, I use coconut milk and almond milk, because coconut milk gives that oatmeal, the overnight oats, like creaminess. If you are not lactose intolerant, add milk and also add yogurt. This yogurt will help to develop that creaminess that you need. And I also added maple syrup for sweetness. And that's it. It's all done. And on the end of the day, I had to tackle this mess in my kitchen, because cooking requires mess. But let's do the cleaning quickly before we end up the day.
A lot has changed since we last spoke. Life's been good to you, and
Friends, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next Sunday. Bye.
I gotta know, yeah, gotta know if I'm gonna be yours.